Hey guys, welcome to Wild Money. All right, so it's been really tough. First of all, I have to thank you all for supporting and all the comments you've been sharing. It's been amazing. I didn't really try to make this YouTube account for to get views and get people's sympathy or anything like that. It was just really me, my way of journaling my journey because it's been tough. What I've learned through doing this is that I feel like I'm not alone now. I realize that there's so many more people out there that want a better life for themselves. And that right there is amazing. And there's also people that are very helpful, So I've been getting a lot of great comments. There's people helping me with, my psychology, sharing their perspective on their journey and how they were able to be successful in their journey. For me, I also was able to see other people who are just like, hey, I'm in the same boat. Was able to see themselves through this process. It's amazing to see that. I just want to thank you all for being here, watching my journey. I'm blessed. I have a good news for y'all. I was able to pass my 100,050, well, 150K account. I'm doing the most, but I was able to pass it. I passed it in 2 days. I'll take it back. I passed pretty much most of the chunk of the money in 2 days, and then there was like $30 left or something like that. That I realized that I didn't make it to 9,000, which is the goal. So I finally able to do it. So I just the previously I made a video previous to this prior to this one saying that I passed my 50K account. I actually didn't. I made a mistake. One day I made more than I should have made. So the 50K account, the goal is to make $3,000. I made $2,000 in one day, and then I made 1,500 on another day. So they were like, "Well, you got to make an extra like 1,000 or something like that." They kind of raise your goals up if you are able to make way more money than your goal. So that was kind of crazy, but I was annoyed, and I blew that account. I'm just gonna be transparent. I blew that account, even though I made a video about it. I was excited, and then later on, I really read. I was like, "Why am I not getting the email of congratulation email and all of that?" And yep, came to find out that I did not pass. I made a mistake. The reason why I made the mistake is because I traded that 50K account for a little while. And so there were some days I was losing, some days I was winning. And then the days I won, I think I made it was like a $3,000 day or something like that. And I didn't really think much of like doing a calculation of like, hey, you're not supposed to make more than 1,500 or something like that. I made a mistake. Um, I think I've learned my lesson, and this time I was really like making um, calculations as I was trading. There's times where I even went down to micros to trade micros just so I can get to the exact number, and I did. I was god dang near close to it. Without any further ado, let me show you guys a little bit of what's happening here. Okay, cool. All right, so obviously, so my first account is this one. I have another. Okay, no. Before we get to this one, let me show you guys this one. Okay, cool. So this one is my account that I just told you guys about. I reached my goal. Literally, when I told y'all I was trying to like make it to that little extra whatever, I was not playing. So like I was doing trading the little one micro lot to get to exactly the number. I was able to do it, thank God. And yeah, so that's what we got going on here. Best of the day, worst of the day. It was a really smooth trade. I'm not gonna lie. It was an easy one. Um, so as you can see, my curve was pretty. Yeah, it was beautiful. Honestly, I'm not trying to brag, but it was beautiful. 3 days completion, obviously. Um, what else? Let's keep going. Yeah. My winning trades. You can see that winning trade percentage pretty decent, 67%. Losing trades, I always like to. Okay, see, this is higher. My winning trades, I like it to be higher than the losing ones, so I'm happy that this is lower. It's my win rate, risk to reward. So just so you guys know, I'm more of a what do you call it, a trader. I'm more of a scalp trader, so I'm an in and out guy. I don't try to drag things out or trade too long. I'm more of an in and out person. So I trade in that 1 minute chart, and sometimes I go to five. Sometimes I go to 30 seconds. I do 30 seconds, especially in a like right at 8:30 a.m. The market is super volatile. It just helps me to see exactly where the market is going, and I don't try to swing the big swing. I just try to kind of get in and get out, and kind of have those moments and find it and do what I need to do there. So that's pretty much what has been a thing. Now I was trading this account, and at the same time I had another account that I was also trading, which was a 50K account. So I had two accounts. I was trading two accounts at the same time. So as you can tell, I'm almost there, almost there. And then I'm almost there. You can see, same thing. My best day was this, worst day is that. I really was locked in this time. Like I realized that I made a lot of mistakes, and so this time I was just like, hey, let's lock in, let's trade properly. Let's not rush into every trade and do it properly. So as you can tell, they're all the same. You can see it's all the same days. So yeah, so day, yeah, same thing, smooth. I didn't copy trade. I trade all of them separately. I just happened to I would see certain things happen at a certain time. I was like, okay, this would be perfect for my little account. This would be perfect for my bigger account. And I was kind of, those couple of days were just smooth, and I was getting what I needed, how I do it, and so it worked out for me. So yeah, I have two accounts. This one it needs like, I don't know, $1 to pass, but I'm gonna let it sit there for now, because there's been some new rules now with the Top Step, where I think you have to only trade one account at a time. If they like you, you get to the real account, and blah 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 blah. Their thing is they're not fans of people who copy trade multiple accounts. So also it's 149 or 140 or something like that, to pay. Yes, I paid to take the challenge, which was 150, but then when I pass the challenge, I have to pay like 150 or 140 something to get an express account, which is the account that I can actually get the money out of. Even though that account isn't really real, it's just their way of paying you as their financial and analyst, but it's also their way of finding the best players. So you're trading pretty much basically on a demo account. You're just getting paid for it, and if they like you enough, then you transition out to a real account. Then your first $10,000 yours, um, and then from there it's 90% yours, 10% theirs when you're trading with the real account. So yeah, that's my goal. And I also don't want to bring in, pay 150, 149 or something like that, about 150 to activate these accounts. That's why I was like, I'll leave this right here as is for now. It's I kind of just get in and trade the other one for now. My goal is to trade slowly and just not trying to do the most. I do decently for a living. I'm in a marketing field, but I mean that extra money that I'm gonna get here would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing. So $200 a day is a blessing. I don't have to do the most. My goal is still $500 a day, like I told you guys. If I make $500, I'm done. I'm wrapping it up. If I can make more, great. But I'll always keep that, like, trying to be. If I made, let's say, $1,000, I'm protecting my $500. I can play with the other one, or whatever. But I'm not going to try to force everything. I'm hoping that I can withdraw some money out of this account. I mean, this is my second time getting funded. First time getting funded on the 50K account. First time was 50. Um, it's a blessing, honestly. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me. I mean, I feel like when I started posting, I had to hold myself accountable, because there's people watching me now. I can't just be out here doing it myself. When you're doing it yourself, it's easy for you to kind of get away with a lot of stuff. When you have people watching you, you're like, oh, okay, I gotta actually win. It just unlocks something in your brain. It's similar to journaling, literally. Journaling is a way for you to write down your goal. I mean, what happened that day, how you're feeling, and all that. Then later on, when you read through it, you go through it, you kind of starting to kind of get yourself on the right line or the right direction once you kind of realize your similar mistakes you're making. So, anyways, I will keep you guys posted on the next plan. I mean, the next endeavor. I mean, I'm hoping that I can redraw. I can't wait for my next post to be, hey, I'm redrawing some money. And from there, it'll definitely help me to build a little more confidence in knowing that I can do this. I do. I always knew that I wanted to do this, but when you haven't really been successful at it with future trading, I've made some money with forex, but it wasn't consistent either. I was very like you know what they call it nowadays, where I was swinging for the fences and trying to make the most money out of a trade and stuff, and it worked for me. But then it didn't work for me most sometimes. And so overall, it was a break even thing. It's just now that I'm able to see actually like consistency, and that's why I'm grateful. A lot of people are asking, why are you taking this route of prop firms? One, I get to save my money. I don't have to blow all of my 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, $20,000 account that I literally worked so hard for. That $20,000 could have went to something better, and I just took that, I don't know, 150 and put it on a prop firm, and they give me that, I don't know, that $50,000 account. So I'm I liked that idea. It made more sense. That's why I take the prop firm route. There's one. Two, I'm a big person I'm big on personal growth. So that was another thing. When I do this thing, I'm gonna have to follow rules. And when I have to do this, and when I break the rules, I have to. It's gonna cost me money. It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna really like it's a whole thing that kind of changes your way of doing things, And that's what I like about it. I like the challenge, and I was able to pass it. I'm grateful. Like it's a really grateful. I mean, it's a big thing for me. I mean, it's a big deal. I'm grateful. I'm very very grateful. So I hope I can make the next video about the withdrawal process, and I have a feeling that it'll happen because now I kind of understand the market a little bit. I know my style. I figured out my ways of doing things. I'm big on patterns and 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 similarities and I also study fundamentals, not just a charter. I'm not just in just looking at the chart. I also understand the fundamental of what's happening in the world, blah blah blah. So that helps me as a little bit too to give me a little bit of that edge. Uh, that's pretty much it. I know once I get a couple of payouts first. After a couple of payouts, and I could get myself above water to where, my debt is paid off and I'm doing decent, like to where I'm like I have a consistency. Then I'll share my strategy because right now I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I want to start it, and then all of a sudden this thing's not working anymore because all right, everybody's doing it, right? Because that's what I saw with a couple of the gurus I followed. I paid for one course. It was a forest guru. I paid a lot of money for it. It was not a lot. Well, kind of a lot. Relative, right? It's $1,500. I paid to learn the course. I learned a few things in there, but I've learned that I realized that eventually when I joined, there was few people. It was about 300 people, 500 people, and the system was working. Eventually, it was like 3,000 people plus. After that, I could see things have gotten kind of weird after that. Like the strategy wasn't working as well. So for me, I learned it. What I learned from that is, hey, relax. Make that money first, then you can brag about your strategy later on. I mean, that's what I've learned too about. I read a lot of books on traders and future traders and all of that. Um, and I've realized that most of them you don't even know who they are for a reason. They like to keep it that way. They're not over here trying to be flashy or anything. And I'm sure if you ask them, it's because you don't want to give up your edge like that. A lot of people that want to be quick to share their strategy and all of that stuff. I don't know. I just don't buy it. I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. Some works, and some don't. Another thing I realized too is good to learn from multiple different people, gather what you get from them, and create your own strategy. That's pretty much what I did. My strategy is unique, is different, but it works for me. It works for my style, my personality, and I'm grateful for that. Guys, I feel like I'm really gonna get closer to passing this challenge this time. I'm feeling very confident, but also not too cocky or trying to get. I want to stay humble. This market definitely humbled me multiple times, and I'm not gonna play that game of trying to be cool anymore. So I'm gonna keep it cool, keep it chill. I'm gonna be happy when I finally get that first withdrawal. Then I'll smile a little more. But I just wanted to let y'all know that your boy passed the challenge. I made it. I'm here, trading with the big boys. Um, Man, and I like the 150K account because I don't have to combine accounts. It's just one account. It's like three accounts in one if you purchase a 50K account, right? And instead of if you did purchase three 50K accounts and you passed all three of them, my guess is you have to pay uh, fees for both of them, for all three of them, for you to trade now in an XFA account with three of them still. So technically, you're gonna pay 150, 150, 150. So three 150s instead of trading a 150K account and you just have to pay 150. But the reason why people do that because there's a higher probability of you passing with the 50K account than it is with the 150K account. The reason why I was able to pass it in 3 days, it's just because I was hyper focused. I figured out my strategy and I stopped being scared to get in and size up. And so yeah, because other people would be like, "That's insane. Only a few people can do this." That's what I heard on the discords and the conversation I had with my guys. So thank you so much for supporting, guys. I will see you on the next one. Peace.